Hello, America, and to our friends around the world. Welcome to the Common Sense Show. We are the show freeing America one enslaved mind at a time. Thank you so much for joining us. We are brought to you by this tremendous product. This product saved my life. It boosts your immune system. It doesn't cure anything, okay, but it is restorative, it's preventative, and it works. And I'm living proof. Strip lung linings, Dave, they're not coming back. That's what all the experts said. Well, I'm better than I've been in over a quarter of a century. And this set the stage. All you got to do is go to iwantmyhealthback.com/Dave Hodges. iwantmyhealthback.com/Dave Hodges. All right. We have interesting um, dilemma to look at here. And it's the issue of smart cities. No, I'm not going to recapitulate everything I've done in the past. Like I spoke, was just about 2 years ago this month. I spoke, and thank you, Clay Clark, for inviting me to Clay Clark's conference. I got to meet General Flynn and talk to him for some time because we were back to back in our presentations. Great people there. My friend Scotty Sachs was there. And my topic was 15-minute cities and some of the spin-off effects. I'm going to keep that part of it kind of on the narrow side because this has all been exposed now for the last 2 or 3 years. But what I want to talk about is how far it's progressing and what's happening behind it. And when I present the problem here in just a moment, realize the problem is defined numerically, but it's going to spread exponentially in a negative economy. And I don't know that anyone in this administration can stop it. And I'll tell you why that's true too. So you get out your tablets, say, oh, I'm blaming Donald Trump, and I'm going to send out my message on. No, 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 no. Unfortunately, this is above Donald Trump's pay grade. As powerful as he is, as strong of a leader as he is, this is not totally in his control, except he's trying to counter it. And I'll mention that knowing we're going to cover it in a later segment. Let me just read to you a snippet here, okay? And then we'll tell you what's really going on here. Smart cities claim the use of technology and the Internet of Things are solutions to improve everything. This is the technocrats, okay? Um, they want critical infrastructure, public safety, and efficiency in city use with regard to energy, population movement. Basically, they want to limit your mobility. They want to limit your energy. They want to control your diet so you're healthier. And they won't put up with any crap. Social credit will be part of this. You can bet on it. Okay. And there are 21 cities across the United States that have fully committed to this. And I'm going to tell you, this list is a little outdated because I know in my home state, Tucson's part of this. They hide it. You have to really know how to go find it on the website because they hide it from their city website. But I've exposed this before. I did so 2 years ago. So I don't think this list is comprehensive, but it'll give you an idea of how far this is spreading. Um, these cities include New York City. What? Mondami? Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you, he doesn't get elected without agreeing to this. Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Jose, San Diego, Austin, Seattle, Atlanta, Washington. Feel like the Huey Lewis song. Philadelphia, Atlanta, LA. I mean, that's what I feel like I'm reading here. Um, Washington, D.C., the state of Washington. Yeah, the whole state. Dallas, Portland, Chicago, Charlotte, Las Vegas. Oh, what's happened to Las Vegas? This rich, booming area is as broke as a joke, and we'll tell you why in a minute. Boston, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Louisville, Kentucky, Boulder, Denver, and Columbus, Ohio. Oh, JD, it's your home state, buddy. Do something about this. Okay, the chosen cities are being intentionally crashed. Blue cities. Let's just spend money on anything we can, legitimate, illegitimate. Let's bankrupt our cities, let them go into total chaos because they'll look for a lifeline. So they're being intentionally crashed that certain mega conglomerates, such as the biggest asset manager in the world, right? The color is black and the substance is rock. You can put that together. They can pick up real estate for pennies on the dollar, and they can begin to construct their version of a smart city. Happening on Maui, by the way. Um, I'm going there next year and expect some reports there. Of course, I get on the spot reports. I have lots of friends in Hawaii. Um, okay, now, as these cities degrade, what will the people demand? Law and order. We want safety. Trump is trying to do his part right now to prevent the criminal degradation. He may entertain the technocrats. He may embrace a lot of what they're doing, but he is limiting them in some areas. This is why I'm saying, he's about as good as you're going to get if you're not in favor of this. Um, AI, automation, robotic police, eye in the sky drones. I'll tell you, there's been lots of shows about this. There's been lots of shows about this, and they're accurate. Science fiction becomes science fact eventually. Okay. China is the model for a technocratic dictatorship. The timeline for this, the projected timeline, and timelines are never really followed, but their goal is 24 to 36 months. So let's plan this out. We don't even get to 2030. Wow. This is incredible. Okay. AI, baby. And with the bankrupting of the middle class with employment layoffs, we still have inflation. That means your buying power is being eroded. Your standard of living is declining. And if you live in one of these hellholes, I grew up in the Denver metropolitan area. Little kid, I lived in Littleton, then we lived in Aurora. Um, you know what the bottom line is with all this? Denver went from a thriving city. It was wonderful to live in. So creative, so innovative. It's a hellhole now. Trump had a different word for it, the country, what it was becoming, and I'm not going to say that here, but think of excrement and a cavity. Okay. That's what Denver has become. I still have family there. I'm going to visit early next year, and I'll be with very close friends, people I grew up with, family, and they hate it. They hate it. I'm so glad I moved. Now, I don't live in Phoenix. Phoenix is in danger of becoming one of these cities. If you live in a metropolitan area, you're definitely in danger. It's an engineered collapse. You can't keep spending money you don't have. So it's engineered. I mean, it's purposeful, but no one's making people spend the money on the crap they're spending it on. And the eventual collapse is there, and crime is out of control. This is it. Now, what will you get with a 15-minute city? Just brief overview. I'm not going to get into everything. You won't own a car. You will have good public transportation. You'll live in a very confined living space. Hmm. That's right. In San Francisco for years, Bay Area 1 was one of these areas. Old office spaces, 400 to 800 square feet, being converted into living spaces. Yeah, and some of those 400 square foot apartments are going for 3,000 a month in rent. This is why people are leaving. Okay, and the real estate's going to continue to crash, particularly commercial real estate. These are going to be your homes. And then, of course, you'll have luxury rentals because home ownership is being transferred slowly but surely. Actually, it's not slowly to private equity groups, and they're turning the nation into rentals. I was getting gas the other night by our church, and I looked over and I said, "Oh my gosh, this is a rental community they put up here. They're everywhere now. You'll own nothing and love it. This is what a 15-minute city is." The models out of Birmingham that right now in the UK, they're doing this right now, and uh, you can only travel an average of between 8 to 15 minutes from your home, and there are digital checkpoints. You get fined if you cross it without permission. Diet's controlled. I would imagine population controls are coming because they don't need the people with AI. I think it's just a logical assumption, right? Wouldn't you make the same assumption? And you may have a constitution and elected bodies in name only, but their glorification activities, they're not going to make any difference. And I'll go back to what is this all about? The Trans-Pacific Partnership. When Trump came into office in Trump 45, he canceled the Trans-Pacific Partnership, the TPP. What was behind it? Well, they had a 22-person business panel. It was all disguised as a free trade agreement, and they were going to basically be able to override anything the three branches of government did, including constitutional mandates. Trump came in and squashed it. I don't think right now, I don't know how much power he's going to have to be able to stop this. The technocrats are going to win out over the old globalist banker empires unless they start a total war of destruction. I'm not so sure they don't have doomsday plans like that. I don't know that, but I know how these mentalities are. If I can't have it, no one will have it. I think this is a very dangerous time for the world. It's certainly a declination of America, our standard of living, our lifestyle, our crime rate, our mental health. They're all in decline. Our physical health, our lifespan in the last 6 years has declined by 3 years. That's astronomical for a country our size. Our IQ in the last 10 years has gone down 2 points, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's astronomical when you consider the size of the population. This is a huge shift. Yes, that's right. America's been dumbed down. We've talked about it for years. We've had people going back to the 80s that talked about the intentional dumbing down of America. And we have that because dumbed down people don't know how to protest. They don't know how to fight. They don't know how to get back what they have lost through legitimate political means. And if you're in a technocratic society, you're not going to have the ability to resist. What? Didn't there used to be a Second Amendment? Take that as you will. I'm Dave Hodges. This is the Common Sense Show. We'll see you back here again next time.